Hey everybody, this is David at Barnyard Bees. What we got here is a little swarm that we caught a while back, and it was very small, and we're gonna go in it and look at it and see what we got. See how it's looking. It's still propped up here on its ladder, so let's see how it looks. They're actually drawing out some comb there a little bit. Move that out of the way where I can work here. Okay, there's an old frame that I stuck in that it actually had a little bit of damage on it, so I just cleaned it off good, set it back in there and let them rebuild it. Very small swarm. You can see where they're bringing in a little bit of nectar right there. Looks like an old queen cup right there. Let's see if we can find the queen. Then we're going to talk about this a little bit. I haven't used any smoke on them or anything, but they sure do got this propolized really good. The lid was actually propolized. Usually small colonies, there won't be a whole lot of propolis because they are so small. Okay, not a lot. A little bit of nectar right there on the top. We're looking to see if we can find the queen. None yet. Possibility there might not be a queen here. So then we'll have to do something about that. Now, being as late in the year as it is, it's today's September 3rd, I believe. Would not advise any walkway splits, or wouldn't advise putting a frame with young brood, because you're going to be so far behind doing that. So if I don't find a queen, which I'm not yet, and I've not seen any eggs, this little colony here has probably lost their queen. Get a little bit of sunlight there where I can see if there's any eggs, and I'm not seeing any. Not seeing any larvae, nothing but a little bit of honey. So, let's see, move them out of the way there a little bit. So definitely, we're gonna have to add a queen to this one. But what I was wanting to talk about today, because I was counting on finding a queen in here and I didn't, and there's obviously no sign of a queen. You know, like I've talked in previous videos, you actually don't always have to find your queen if you can find proof that she's been there. And that's with eggs, larvae, something in there. But there's nothing in here but nectar, and that's it. No eggs, no brood whatsoever. Well, there's some old capped brood right there. So apparently they had a queen and they've lost it. And that one queen cell that I saw, it's possible they could have tried to attempt to. We'll look at it again here. I didn't look at it real close. It's really very small, and I don't even think that's a, that looks more like a, that's just a queen cup. It don't look like anything's hatch like a queen cell that you see normally that's been hatched out. And if it did, it was very, very small and wouldn't have been much of a queen. So, what I was going to talk about was what you need to do if you're looking through your colonies and you find out that your queen is not laying much. What do you do? Or what causes it? What causes your queen to lay less this time of year? Well, there's a lot of reasons, and stay tuned for our next video and I'll show you what you can do to boost up a smaller colony. We'll get a queen in this one. I don't know if we'll demonstrate on this one or if we'll pick another colony that has a smaller population, but I'll show you what you can do, because you're in September, so you're losing days. And you need to do something if you want these colonies to survive the winter. This one right here is in pretty bad shape. It's queenless. It's got a handful of bees. It's September 3rd. It can be helped. It's not a guarantee that it'll make it, but I'll show you what you can do on the next video to give them every chance that you possibly can to survive, in a way to instantly boost up its population. So stay tuned for next week and I'll show you that. But talk about this video, why the queen lays less. Every year when you get towards fall, things change. The daylight, you lose daylight, the days get shorter. That's one thing that'll slow the queen down. The nectar flow, there's not much of a nectar flow. That slows the queen down. Pollen coming in, not enough pollen coming in, that will slow your queen down. Some of those things you can do something about, some of them you can't. Unlike chickens, if you want to keep your chickens laying year round, add artificial light early in the morning to give them an extra 3-4 hours of daylight. That's hard to do with honeybees. You could light up your yard and they have nowhere to fly. It just, I don't know if anyone's ever tried that before on a large scale. I've never tried it, and I don't know, I wouldn't think it would work. With bees, you would have to have a pretty large greenhouse of some sort to keep them contained. I don't know, it would be, you would have to have big feeders inside the greenhouse and keep them contained till it actually got daylight outside where you could let them go out. I don't know how that would work out. I don't know if anyone's ever tried it. If you ever heard anybody's tried it, let me know. I'd like to hear about it. And also, while we're talking, last week we talked about the goldenrod. Keep reporting to us. Keep commenting how the goldenrod's doing in your area. We do this to help the new beekeeper and other beekeepers, and it gives them a chance to know what's going on out there. So please comment on that. So what you can do, of course, you can feed 1-to-1 sugar, and that will entice your queen to lay more. As far as the daylight goes, and then the temperature changing, all that is against you. I would absolutely, with a colony this small, I know I'm a big advocate of feeding pollen externally in a feeder, but in cases like this, you better put your pollen patty in there, a small pollen patty, and keep an eye on it. And it absolutely needs a reducer right here. But you can tell robin season's over, because thank goodness goldenrod's here, because this little hive right here would have probably been robbed out and dead. And I mean, it's already in bad shape anyway because it's queenless. So, but next week, stay tuned, and I'm going to show you what you can do to instantly, and we'll demonstrate. I'll do a live demonstration, show you exactly what you can do to boost that colony up immediately, to give it the best chance it can possibly get going into fall and into winter. So stay tuned for that. And that's about it for today. I did see some bees there just bringing some pollen in. There's one right here. It shows up on video. A little bit of light yellow to white pollen. So don't forget, folks, Barnyardbees.com if you need beekeeping supplies, packages for next year. Barnyardbees.com. Don't forget, help spread our videos. It helps with the new beekeeper. Stay tuned next week, and we'll show you what we can do to boost these colonies up. And we'll get a queen in this one and hope for the best. And that's about it. Don't forget, click on the little bell, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Barnyard Bees.